Thalia has sold more than 25 million albums and is regarded as the most famous telenovela star in the world, having been watched by more than 2 billion people in 180 countries. Now, in Growing Stronger, Thalia opens up about her rewarding and sometimes devastating life experiences, and we're happy to welcome Thalia to the show today to talk about her new book and her life as a wife and a mom, in addition to being an international superstar. Thalia, how are you?
Hey, how are you? Thank you for having me here. I'm so happy. Good morning, everyone.
Absolutely. It's an honor to have you here. Now, before all this huge success that you have had for many years now, you are a young girl living quite an interesting life in Mexico. Tell us about that.
Well, I was born in Mexico City, and I'm one of 5 sisters, and my father died when I was 6 years old, so that was very traumatic. And then after that, well, I started, in this business, singing in a little group when I was 7 years old, having the best time. It was like playing to me. It was like my play date, going to stage and sing. And then, after that, I just, kept growing, doing plays, theater, then soap operas and music and the whole thing, the whole 9 yards. And then right now it's just, to me, a great opportunity to write this book with some of those stories with the perspective of how can you turn difficult obstacles, difficult moments in your life and transform them into opportunities, into something to improve you spiritually, intellectually, to make you a gladiator in life. This is what the book is about.
Yeah, and I got a chance to go through it. I haven't read the whole thing yet, but you get into some pretty personal details, like you said, about losing your father at such a young age. And now 2 of your sisters were kidnapped when you were very young as well, weren't they?
Yes, that was a very difficult moment in our life, in my family, and it was traumatic. I mean, just to think about it just gives me anxiety. But it was one of those, again, experiences that made us like rocks, like solid, it was just one of those moments that you grow stronger, that you overcome all these obstacles. It's like just going to the peak of that mountain and finally see the horizon, And so it's basically stories like that through the whole book that has like a sense of empowerment, like a flavor of life, of feeling good, or of releasing all those chains, of letting go of your ghosts and opening those closets and get rid of the skeletons in the closets and just start from zero and start fresh. That's kind of Growing Stronger is all about.
Well, that's the best way to place to come from, really, when you're talking about yourself, is just to let it all out there, isn't it? And just, people can learn from that, because a lot of people probably relate to some of the stories that you're going through. And one of the
Definitely.
And one of the serious things that you talk about are the health issues that you had to overcome as well. What are some of those?
Well, I got Lyme disease. That is a pandemic right now in the whole world, but it's like a quiet thing that nobody really deals with it, or they don't know really how to deal with it. And it was like terrifying and awful. It was a moment that I felt I was going to die. This is an illness that you can really die from it, Lyme disease. So you have to be informed about it. I talk about this in the book. There's a chapter of like how I just improve through the years with therapy and medicines and a protocol and good doctors. This obstacle, and I want to talk about it because it's there. Everybody could get it, and nobody talks about it. So it's good to just put it out there.
That's great. And I have to admit something, and I'm going to admit to you now because I've got you right here in front of me. I watch telenovelas all the time, and I don't understand Spanish. I just get
but you like the drama.
It's so dramatic. I get so pulled into it, and I watch, and I'm like,
why?
Oh my gosh, and I don't have any clue what they're saying. I don't even care what they're saying. It's just, it sucks me right into it, so I love it.
You just feel like, right, the faces and the drama, and the whole, yeah. It's dramatic. You can laugh, you can cry. That's what it's all about.
It's all about passion.
It's so funny. It's all about passion because this book has those 2 elements. You are reading the book, and then then you cry, and then you laugh, and then you cry, and then you laugh. It has that melodramatic element.
But we learn through it, and we learn through you. Thank you so much, Thalia, for being with us today. Our thanks to you and spending the time with us, as well as Penguin Group for sponsoring this segment. It's a weekend full of family fun and entertainment for just about everyone.